Hello friends, I am Suman. Welcome to my channel in the Programming Academy. Today I am going to discuss about time dependent workflow rules. So let's start. So time dependent workflow rule means a time dependent workflow rule is a feature that allows us to automatically trigger actions on a record at a specific time after a certain event occur, right? So with the help of this, we can perform all the tasks like sending a mail, update a field, right? So it means the action will be performed on the basis of time which we will provide, right? Time dependent action remain in the queue until processed or the rule criteria for the workflow rule are evaluated as a false. Okay, so if a record no longer match the rule criteria when the rule is evaluated, Salesforce removes the time dependent action queued for that record. Okay, so what is the point to be noted here? We can do both operation in the same workflow also, like immediate action and time dependent action at the same time by selecting different action, or you can choose same action as well, right? So one action will happen immediately as the criteria will match, and time dependent action will take place where time trigger will fire with same criteria. Okay, so let's see practically how we can do this. So come to our Salesforce org. In your quick find box, type workflow rule, click on this option, click on continue. Okay, before doing this, let me show you the scenario what I'm going to apply by using time dependent. Let me open my application. This is my application, right? So this is a scenario, this is a professor, right? So what I'm going to apply, I'm going to apply when the salary of this professor is more than 70,000 or 50,000, then the status should be a senior faculty or senior professor, right? And after updating this field, I am going to send a mail to that professor by putting time dependent workflow to acknowledge that person or that professor that your status is upgrade now, you are a senior faculty now, right? So this is the scenario which I'm going to apply. So let's come back to our rule, click on new rule, continue with workflow. So on which object I'm going to apply? Professor. So select your object on which you are going to apply your workflow rule, right? So click on next button. Role name is rule for status update of a professor. Okay, so it is same, we are going to apply the workflow rule, right? I can select the created. If I will select this created and every time it's edited, then I cannot apply the time dependent workflow action, right? So if I want to create a time dependent workflow, then I can choose only created option, or I can choose this option, right? So for now I'm choosing this created, and anytime it's edited to subsequently meet criteria, right? So what criteria I can select here? So I'm going to select professor's salary is greater than, equals to, not equals to, greater than 50,000, right? So on the behalf of this criteria, my rule will be fire. So click on save and next button. So here I can apply directly time dependent action by setting the time, right? Or I can put both the actions, immediate action as well as time dependent action, right? So here I'm going to apply both, so it would be more helpful. So in immediate action I'm going to update a field, right? So let's do it quickly. I have already made video on this. So name is field update, of professor object. Okay, you can give your name as per your requirement. Now what field I'm going to update? Status, right? So what value should be there? It should be here senior professor, right? So click on save. So we have created our immediate action. Now I'm going to apply time dependent. So click on add time. So what time? I can mention here 1. You can set your days, hours. For now I'm mentioning hour. You can set after or before, right? So I'm choosing after, and you can set your date here when this rule will be fire, or this time dependent trigger will be fire, right? So rule trigger date, created date, joining date, last modified date, you can choose any of one according to your requirement. For now I am choosing this rule trigger date, right? So when my rule will be triggered after 1 hour, I can perform, or this can perform the task which I will assign, right? So for now just save this. Now after fire, this rule fire, what action should be performed? So I can now add an action from here, right? So I can do any of one task. For now I am just using this email alert. So I want to send a email to that particular professor to tell him your status is senior now, right? So sending mail to professor, right? Email template. What is the email template, how we can create? I have made video on this, you can go for that. For now I am just choosing any of one, right? For demonstration purpose we can write the body of mail there. So here I have explained in detail each and everything in my previous video. For now I'm just using this user, I'm using this, and okay, I'm using email field, this and this. Okay, so I can give here email address, right? So just click on save. So in this workflow rule I have assigned two action. One is immediate action where I'm performing the field update action, and in time dependent workflow I'm performing the send a email alert, right? If you want to add more, you can add more in the similar way, right? For now I'm just showing only one. So in this way we can perform both the option with single workflow rule, right? So after setting these all the things, just click on done, right? And just activate this rule. Okay, now let's see the change. Let's have a look. Just give a refresh to our application. I'm going to edit. Okay, I'm going to edit a status of this, or editing the salary, because I have chosen last option. So I can, if I will create a new and salary is more than 50, then still it is work, or if I will edit the salary, then also it will work, right? Okay, so let me create a new. So professor name is Rawal, address is, I can give Delhi, contact number, yes, email, just choosing this for demonstration, and salary I'm giving here, it's should be more than 50,000 to be a senior faculty, so I'm giving 60,000 here, right? Just click on save, right? So if you will see here, this field is updated automatically, senior professor, right? So after 1 hour, I will receive the mail on the same mail ID which I have provided here, right? So in this way, we can set our time dependent workflow also, right? So that's all about the today class, and this is all about the time dependent workflow rules. So thank you for watching. If my videos are helping you, then please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.